Hey everybody, so today I'm going to be talking with Ian through Skype because he lives too far away for us to do it in person. Me and Ian have known each other for how long would you say?
3 years.
About 3 years, and we were really close friends, and I think life got in the way for both of us. We both struggle with mental health, and we kind of drifted for a long time, wasn't it? Maybe a year?
Kind of coming back together, yeah.
Yeah, so now we're both in a better place now, and we've kind of rekindled our friendship. So today we're going to be talking about quite a few things. We're going to be talking about Ian's depression, the bereavement that he went through, asexuality, and comfort eating. So there's quite a few things here, and I think it will be an interesting interview, and it covers a wide variety of things. So yeah, I really hope you enjoy. So we're going to get started. Let's start off with the bereavement. So I know that you unfortunately lost your mum, didn't you? How many years ago was it?
Well, I lost both my mum and dad. I lost my dad in 2005 and my mum in 2010. Mum was like my rock, the person I could go to, tell anything to.
Yeah.
And see what to say when I wasn't feeling good.
How did you deal with it? I mean, how do you deal with it? It's just...
I don't think you do deal with it.
Yeah.
For me, especially my mum, it was like a delayed reaction. When I thought I was okay, then just a gradual decline until it hit me. Then I tried to commit suicide.
Wow,
so,
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Oh, Ian, that's horrible. It's just... And if you don't mind me asking, how did your mum pass away? What happened?
Well, mum had a long-term illness, kidney failure. That was for 20 years, but she ended up having a car crash while she was going to get dialysis in Newcastle.
Right.
Because they can't do it in Berwick, so. And she ended up 7 weeks in hospital and she ended up losing her fight.
Oh, gosh. So how old was she when she passed away?
She was 59 and my dad was 57.
Oh, God, so both young, really young.
Yeah.
Oh. So how did this affect you in terms of... I mean, was that where the comfort eating sort of come along from that, or?
The comfort eating probably started when I was in school age.
Okay.
Because I used to get bullied and my mum was ill all through my school life as well, very ill at times.
Right, okay.
So that was just my go-to. I would start to eat and just, it's my way of comforting.
And how would you feel, so say you ate a really big meal, how would you feel afterwards?
After 5 minutes I feel good and all of a sudden it's just a vicious cycle starts again and I start to feel bad because I've overeaten and I start to put weight on.
Right.
Then you turn to food again to feel better again and it just keeps going round and round.
Because I've seen your before and after pictures and the transformation is amazing. So would you say going vegan helped that?
It did, but then I kind of went off the rail again. I kept remaining vegan, but I started eating vegan junk food. So I then put on a load of weight back on again. I'm struggling to get it back off again.
That's the thing, isn't it? I think a lot of people think vegan is 100% healthy, but then there's so much vegan junk food. There's loads, isn't it?
It's just convenient.
How did you sort of overcome the comfort eating? Was it just going the vegan diet, or?
Well, I've never really overcome it. I've had spells where I've been good and I end up going off them. As soon as I start to go low again, I turn to food.
Right, I see.
So it's just trying to stop me from going low.
So you'll have periods where you might feel stressed and then you'll end up comfort eating because of it?
Yeah. It's I've always turned to food. I don't know why I just do it. I know some people turn to drugs, alcohol.
Yeah, it's like an addiction, isn't it? Everybody sort of has their own sort of thing, I suppose, and I suppose it's some people, when they're feeling stressed and anxious, won't eat. So I'm the opposite of you. So if I get stressed, I have no appetite and I'll lose a stone in a week. But then obviously on the flip side, then there are people who eat more than they would normally eat.
Just don't be afraid to go and get help.
Yeah.
I have a habit. I know when I'm going down, but I don't do anything about it until it's too late. Identify when you're starting to go down and just go to the doctors or whatever. Back into therapy, talk to someone. Don't just let it go and go and go and go until it comes to a head.
Yeah, I agree with that. I think a lot of the problems surrounding like suicide and things like that is because I think people, they may be keeping it all in, and then they feel like they can't speak to anybody, and then if you're feeling alone, it's just making the problem 10 times worse. So yeah, I agree. I think always just talk to somebody about it, and I think it's hard for people who like don't have a support system as well. Like, would you say you have a support system now your parents are not here?
Well, I've got like the doctors, I've got like therapists and that, so I've all been to CPNs and all, in and out of therapy since about 2006. So it's not like I don't have them, I just I leave it too late. Before I actually go and get help, then it's a longer journey back, where it could probably be nipped in the bud a lot quicker.
How do you find that the therapy like is working for you?
It definitely works, because it goes over a lot of stuff I've done now already, but it just kind of refreshes. Like I do a lot of the CBT stuff, just stop and just think about things, don't overreact, don't jump to conclusions, just like challenge the thoughts in your head. That's basically what CBT is. You start to roll them out and you just start to kind of break it down, and it's not as bad as what you think.
Yeah, that's it. I think what you just said there, the worst case scenario, that for me is like my worst thing. So like with like the health anxiety and stuff, I'll think like if I have like, I don't know, like a rash or something, I'll think I've got cancer and I'm going to die. But I think what CBT allowed me to do is just to sort of like actually put it down on paper and look at like other options and things, and you think to yourself, oh actually maybe I haven't got it and maybe it's just something else. It's really useful.
It's just been sensible really. Like if it ends up being something bad, then you deal with it then, rather than making it something bad.
And apart from like medication and being going onto a vegan diet, what other like lifestyle changes have you made that have like helped?
It's taking myself away from people that I wasn't really friendly with. Like I used to do all like the going out drinking and that, and it was never me. So it's getting away from that sort of people and not doing things that I was comfortable with, and just doing the things like I enjoyed in life.
I think one of the best things for me is to sort of like, you realise when you're going through like depression who your true friends are, and I think that's a really useful thing, is because you've got to sometimes be a bit selfish and just think, do you know what, actually I don't want to go on this night out, or I don't want to go here. You've just got to say no. And I think I used to be too afraid to say no to people, but when you start doing it, it feels really good, doesn't it? Because then you can just, like you just said, you used to go out drinking, and then you might come home and then you end up feeling worse than you did before going out.
You just don't do things you don't enjoy in life. Life's too short. That's plain and simple.
So you're asexual, and you're the first person I've met who is asexual. So can you explain to everybody who don't know what it is, what it is?
It's basically someone who doesn't really have sexual desires or wants a sexual relationship. They can still want relationships, but it's just tends to be, at the most it'll be kissing and cuddling. It won't be any more than that. But some people will be like no touching, no relationships, nothing.
Okay. So are you comfortable being asexual now? Is it something that you're okay with?
Yeah, I'm definitely comfortable with it. Like I knew for a long time something just wasn't right. I wasn't into things like other people were. It wasn't until I learned the term what it all meant, and it just kind of all made sense.
Okay, so was it at a young age then that you sort of knew?
I knew like around like teenagers, when everybody else was just looking at like magazines and things like that. I just didn't really have the urge to look at it.
Yeah, I suppose that stereotypical sort of like boys looking through the magazines with the topless girls and stuff. So at that point, you sort of, it didn't affect you.
No. So I knew something I wasn't like everyone else.
Okay.
And I never ever forced myself to do anything. Well, I'm sure plenty others have, because there must be others who don't have the desire but have done it because they felt they have to do it. They should do it. It's what's expected of you.
I think it's really good though that you didn't pressure yourself into it, because as you just said, like I think especially men, would feel like they maybe have to be sexual and get involved with women. But I think it's really admirable that you stuck to your guns and you thought, no, this is who I am, and I'm not going to force myself to do something I'm not comfortable with. Do you feel proud of yourself for that?
Yeah, I'm definitely proud that I haven't gone up in it. It's things at times like, should I go out my comfort zone and try it, but then I just don't really feel like I want to, I need to.
So what advice would you give to somebody who thinks that they may be asexual?
Just don't force yourself to do something you don't. If you look it up, there's plenty of information online. There's different levels as well. Like, it might be one that's like romantic and all that, but you just don't want to go the next step. And if that's you, then just be comfortable with that. There's like dating websites and that as well. If you want to find a partner who'd be the same.
Just going back to being asexual, has anybody ever challenged you about it? Has anyone ever said, oh, well, maybe you just, I don't know, I don't want to put words into somebody's mouth, but do you know what I'm saying?
I know what you mean. Like, if I was to do it, would it all of a sudden change?
Yeah.
I've had that asked before, yeah.
How do you respond with it?
Like, I know I just don't want it. Like, I've got no feeling desires to want to do it. But I get what you mean, though. But how do I know I don't like it? Because I've not done it.
But I suppose you just know, though, don't you? Like you said, if you don't have a desire to do it at all, then why would you do it anyway? Because
yeah, like, I could end up enjoying it. I don't know, but I just don't feel like I want to try it or I need to try it.
We've talked about sort of depression. We've talked about bereavement. We've talked about comfort eating and asexuality. So there's a lot going on there. How do you remain positive and just that's so much for one person to deal with?
It's harder said than done at times. It really is. Like,
yeah.
But it's like distracting yourself at times. Like whether that's like just going out for a walk and just not taking the phone with you and just switching off from life for a little bit, because it's very easy just to be on your phone all the time and you do need to just switch off a little bit.
Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you next week for episode 3.